Guys, welcome to the Tom Reefer studio. New viewers, this is the 20-gallon cube mixed reef. Pay no attention to the leather coral in the center. It's just in its retracted stage. Usually looks like this. And here's the 3.5-gallon Pico, which I'm thinking of switching out to making a 4.5-gallon soon. And here's the 6-gallon tall in the back corner. And over here is the 10-gallon Peninsula Reef. And stick around, guys, because it's going to be a really good show today. And it's all going to happen right here. This and this and this. Whoop. This and this and this. No glue, no nothing, just a little food down inside. You ever get to that point when you do something with your tank and it's a success and you're just like, new viewers, today is Water Change Wednesday. Water Change Wednesday is a question and answer format. You ask me a question or make a comment below any of my videos. I'll answer them out there, and then I try to answer them here. So let's get into it right now. Reefer Vapes asks if it's okay to add live rock to an already established tank. Will it cycle the tank again? He means, will it cause a spike in ammonia, which would then mean it has to go through a small cycle or even a large cycle? So this is the answer to that, Reefer Vapes. It shouldn't bother it at all as long as the live rock you're putting in there is already cycled live rock. And I had mentioned that to him. But sometimes if you're ordering a large quantity of live rock and it's coming shipped, if it's a 2 or 3 day in transit, then stuff can die on the rock. So I wouldn't recommend putting a shipped piece of live rock directly into your tank. I would put it into some salt water, let it sit in there for a few days, and do some testing. You know, maybe a 5-gallon bucket. It depends on how much. If it's one rock, I still wouldn't put it in there if it's been shipped. If you're going to a local LFS, and you have a hour ride, then just rinse it a little bit in salt water and you can put it right in. If it's cycled live rock. Who would think these two things would help solve a humongous problem I had in my 6-gallon and up in my 3.5. So here it is. I'm not going to show you how to do it. Look it up. Do it yourself shrimp trap. And they're kind of the same. One guy glues it, one guy doesn't. One guy puts 2 of these in. I just did it this way and this way. Come on. Where is he? Jonathan asks. I went beyond it. Jonathan asks if there's any tips or advice when moving an established tank. It's 4 years old and it's 20 gallons and it's a softy and LPS and he wants to move it to another room. So I told him there's a couple ways you can do it. The way I would do it is I would treat it like a large water change. On a water change day, set your room up where it's going to go. Have everything set in there. You don't want to get the tank in there when you're moving it and realize you got to let it sit there for an hour or so while you figure things out. Know where your plugs are going to be, know where everything's going to be ahead of time in the other room. You can mix up maybe a 20% amount of water, or whatever your normal water change would be. Take all the water out, all the water except maybe an inch or two. I did this when I moved my 5-gallon from here over to here, and I showed that. I have a video on that. Just leave enough water in the bottom for the fish, if you have any, to respirate while you're making the move. And then really the volume of water, 20 gallons, that's the most weight of your tank. Even though you may have 30 pounds of live rock in there, I'm not really sure. You, or maybe you and a friend, would be able to lift that tank up. You leave everything in there. Lift the tank up and carry it to the new location. And then you fill some of your old water back, some of the water that you poured out, save some of that, pour that back in, and add your 20% of fresh water to make the water change, and then plug everything back in. How is this gonna go down inside to catch my shrimp? And the reason why I'm doing it is the final straw was my nice green, and what color is it again? My nice green and cream colored rock flower was completely closed up, and the peppermint shrimp was in there with his hands digging away at it. And I said, that's it, I gotta try something. I first went in there with my razor blade, which I was gonna, and then I calmed down a little bit and I said to myself, Tom, you can't kill the peppermint shrimp. You got to capture it. I almost forgot. I'm doing a little collab, as they say. Not a big fan of the words they use on YouTube. Even the word shout out bothers me a bit. But anyway, I'm doing a little collab with Barry's Aquarium. Barry reminds me of some of the kids I taught years ago. He's really positive. He's got this great channel. He's very experienced, from what I can see, in fresh water. And he started up a minimalist 20-gallon Reef tank.
Alright, so here is the tank. As you can see, it is super simple, a super simple setup.
He's really done the research, you can tell. So check him out, and yeah, go check him out. We're doing the collab. Marco says, Tom, you have a lot of charisma to make your videos. It would be very good to see you on Discovery Channel. Thanks, Marcos. Here we go. Douglas asks, he asks about kalkwasser dosing, and he wants to do it manually. So I explained to him how he can do the slurry method. You take a small amount of water, you mix probably 1/8 of a teaspoon. You mix that in with a little RODI water, maybe 1/2 cup, and then you pour it into a high flow area, and that's it. If you do it in the morning and after the lights go out, if there is any pH spike, then it's at the best time, and you won't get a pH spike. Just remember, Douglas, test the whole time you're doing it until you see your levels get to where they should be, and then stick with it. All right? Here's a cool question that I have for you guys for a change. All right, this could be for new viewers, old viewers, anybody. How many of you, now you all have to answer, I'm dying to know, how many of you when you watch a video skip around the video and get to just the information that you think the video has in it? How many of you skip around the video to the point where you think that that's where the information is that you're looking for? All right, answer in the comments below. I'll tell you, that's the kind of guy I am. I'll tell you, look, Tom Reefer is two types of guys. There's the informational Tom Reefer. So if, for example, when I wanted to see this, did I watch the whole video? No. I scroll through and watch the parts where he's, so it's a 15-minute video and I'm watching maybe 30 seconds of it and I know how to do it. But if it's somebody interesting and comes off pretty cool, then I'm gonna watch the whole thing because I like the guy or girl. Don't tell me what you do on mine. I think most of you guys watch a lot of me. You're not scrolling for information from me, because I spread it out, guys. If you notice, you don't know at Tom Reefer when he's going to give the information and when he's not. That's got to be it. I'm on one of my, that was one of my rants again, guys. And it's funny because sometimes I don't put my rants in because I think they're too much. The end of another episode of Water Change Wednesday. New viewers, subscribe. Don't hit the bell because it doesn't really work. What else? Stay tuned for Sunday. I think I'm gonna skip Reef Tanks Around the World and work on my little project. It's gonna be a project, but if I can't finish it, maybe we will do a Reef Tanks Around the World, but I'm not sure. And if you're in line and up, I'll get in contact with you on Saturday. All right, so have a great day. Oh, wait, all right, so have a great rest of the evening, and I'll see you Sunday, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care now.